Hello, I'm Bonnie Hull. I've been a resident of Salem since 1970, and all of that time I've been making art here in Salem. I will be having a show coming up in November at the AiA Bush Gallery at the Salem Art Association. Last year I had a show at the Hallie Ford Museum of Art, and the year before that at George Fox University at the Minthorn Gallery. So I guess those are my credentials. I have a studio at Mission Mill, Willamette Heritage Center, and my studio will be open during Sheep to Shawl, which is the Saturday, May 7th, if anyone wants to come and say hi. And they asked me here today to judge this show, which I was very happy to do. One of the categories was honorable mention, and there were a number of pieces in this show I thought were nice but didn't fall into any of the specific categories as they had set them forth. One I liked a lot was this by Maria Winner. It's called 30 Years Bloom. I myself have a fabric practice besides painting and drawing, and I understand all the work that goes into a piece like this. Very nicely done. The finish is nice, just really a nice piece. This piece I gave an honorable mention, and it's by Michaela Coleman. It's called Muted Feminine, and I liked it because, again, I thought there was a lot of work in this. It was carefully, interestingly done, and the overall effect was quite nice. My final honorable mention is to this piece called Spring Forth by John Money, and I just loved the absolute verve and excitement of all of these elements kind of springing out, and the colors were very pleasing, so I like this. One of the categories was best use of unconventional materials, and I was quite delighted by this piece by Cameron Covey called Spring Break in Grandma's Orchard, where she has, it's a shadow box and it goes back in space. It's just delightful. She's got these nice pieces of fabric on the ends. I thought it was extremely original and lovely. For the best abstract, I chose this one by Susan Appleby called In the Garden. Abstract, in a way, is taking something, often is taking something real and pushing it in a different direction. And though this has plant references to it, I just felt that the overall piece did embody the whole abstract notion and had some very nice little effects, so come and see it. For the best still life, I chose this one by Diane Trevitt called Studio Tulips 2. I thought the color was great, the composition was great. It's extremely competent in the way that she painted it, and I just thought it was, it's a traditional still life. I liked it. For landscape, I chose this one called After the Rain by Damian Lee. And I think here it's always interesting as a judge to see what it is that you choose. It's a gut reaction. This show was filled with many very nice landscapes, but this one seemed particularly nice to me, probably from my own experience or something, but I love that. You probably can't see this in the video, maybe you can. There are tiny leaves coming out on the tree, and I just thought it was lovely. For Best Botanical, I chose this one by Terry Rose, called Blue Dahlia. I felt it sort of embodied the traditional take on a botanical watercolor of a plant. And they asked me to choose one that I thought embodied spring. I liked this piece of Marnie Jeffers because I thought it was very fresh, unlabored, nicely composed, and has a lot of good colors and a spring feel about it. So that was my choice for spring. The second award I was asked to give was the work that embodied Fling the best, and I particularly liked this one. I thought that the handling of the watercolor was very competent. I love the subject matter, and I just thought it was a lively and fun piece. Tricia Wente, and Flying and Flinging with Dumbo. For Best in Show, I chose this piece by Deanna White. It's clear that they should add a category next year for collage because there were many pieces in this show that use collage. This piece has lovely color, it's very vibrant, and just extremely professional in the way that she carried it all out. I liked it. Deanna White.